change in your room this year? And it's nothing new in the NFL, right? That's business as usual. But you know, being a second-year guy in the scheme and having familiarity with it from New Orleans,
right?
How much do you enjoy, I guess, the bringing new guys on board and bringing them along and getting comfortable?
Yeah, I think for me, I feel like I'm at the point in my career where I can pass some stuff down to the younger guys. I think last year was probably the first year of me doing that, and I think that I have all this knowledge in my head. It needs to go somewhere, so I enjoy doing it.
Not ready to write a book quite yet?
No.
But as we watch some of these first team reps, there's a lot of different guys rotating in there. I think we saw James Houston in there last practice we were out here, and then Chris is out there, Derek's out there. It's a constant stream. Is there a chemistry element that you're trying to build with each individual guy, getting a feel for their play style? Is that important?
Yeah, I think that each guy that you play with, I think that they have different personalities on the field. They like to communicate in different ways. I played with all different types of linebackers, or even DBs. Talking to DBs, I think that you definitely have to get used to it and get that chemistry going, whoever you're on the field with.
One of those guys you got to work with was Derek last year, and you said you really took pride in his development. Like, what are you seeing from him right now as compared to last year?
Yeah, I think that he knows exactly what to do now. I think that at this point, just getting the intricate details down of the offensive scheme, and that takes time to develop as a guy in the NFL. And I know he started on the ball in college, and it takes time and I think OTAs is definitely a place where that can accelerate his development. So I think that's just his next step.
Jared Davis, in addition to the room, having another vet, a guy that's been here before, how important has that been for that youth?
It's awesome. I think that losing Jerm this past free agency, I think that adding JD, and he's been here, he knows the ropes, he's it's like he never left, is really important. And even adding a vet like Chris, I think that's it just helps the room overall.
Well, the linemen we talked to, I really like this, the way they do the 4 to 3.
Right.
How do the linebackers think about it?
Yeah, we love it. I think that last year we were more in, kind of wait and pad our cleats type linebacker play. I think this year is a lot more aggressive, a lot more downhill. It makes it easier for us to, make tackles, make TFLs, and things of that nature. So as a linebacker, we love it.
Is there anybody in this unit who doesn't like it?
I don't know. We'll see. Some people may hate it. I don't know once we get going.
This may seem like common sense. How close were you and Jared in Florida? You guys recruited same year?
Yeah, same class 2013.
So same
yeah.
draft.
Yep.
Were you guys particularly tight?
Yeah, for sure. We were definitely tight. As you go into the NFL and different teams and life goes on, I think that, but when you get back together, it's like nothing's ever changed. We already hung out, our wives got together, our kids got together, so it's like nothing changed. It's just a different part of our life.
Except for now there's wives.
Yeah, wives and kids, exactly. Exactly.
You say nothing changed. Do you feel the chemistry too? On field, do you feel that reconnection almost immediately?
Yeah. It's like I said, it's like nothing changed, and it's just like picking up where we left off.
When it comes to kind of doing a little bit some things different as a defense, do you feel like you're more further along than this time?
Yeah, 100%. I think that just as far as rules, like defensive like mechanics, like everything is a lot more cleaner and set in stone rather than kind of figuring it out on the go. And that's just kind of the nature of when a new staff gets hired. AG came in and putting his touch on things, and I think this offseason definitely helped in that regard.
How big is it to be able to kind of do a whole number of things instead of kind of just calling you the basics and trying to...
Yeah, I think that in OTAs, I think the stereotype is you just do install one and the basic plays and cover 3 and cover 4. But it's like, no, we're doing like in-season situations. Dan's doing a good job of putting us in situations we're gonna be ready for training camp. Like, end of story.
I wanted to ask you one more about Jared. We got to know him obviously.
Yeah.
All football all the time. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
call him like the coach's dream. Like you would do whatever you want. And when we talked to him when he got back, it was one of the better press conferences I remember. Just hearing a guy mature and reflect and just develop as a human being.
Yeah.
To realize football is not everything.
Yeah.
How have you seen that aspect of Jared change, just the development of him as a man?
Yeah, I think that you're like you said in his press conference. I think that is right. Just like you said, he's in, I think, a different place in his life, a different mindset, and like I said, he has a wife and a child now. That changes a lot of things, but not putting all that pressure on you to perform, and like if you have a bad day here and you can go home and let that go, and that helps your next day. If you just hang on to that frustration or anger or whatever, disappointment, it affects your next day, and that's when things start going, snowballing.
This team seems so confident right now. How do you explain that, or what gives you kind of faith that this team should be confident?
Yeah, I think that it starts with Dan and all the other coaches, AG and Ben. I think that there's just the best words I can put to it is that there's a different sense of urgency in the building. Like, that's the first thing when I got here. I noticed that like the honeymoon phase is over. The urgency is there. We have to win now, and that's what we get paid to do, and that's what we have to do.
Alex, coach said this morning that intellectually he's able to teach this team at a higher level this season. From the rooms you've been in, have you noticed things being taught at a higher level to this team?
Yeah, I think that, yeah, for sure. I think that there's definitely the personnel that they bring in is not, they have that standard of, being not just smart, but having that football intelligence, that IQ. And yeah, I could see it in the linebacker room. I could see it all over the defense. Guys are really starting to understand not just what to do, but the concepts of what's going on.
All right, thanks, Alex.